Good morning. It is 8:13, and I want to say thank you to some local businesses, Captain D's, Napa, Subway, Majestic, and David Rogers Pet Grooming says that the pets over there just love to listen to WPKY. Thank you for listening. If you hear WPKY on at any of the businesses, let us know so we can say hey and thank you. We're joined this morning on Coffee Talk by our guests, Jodie Lamb and Ty Englebright, and we're going to talk about a program that, is really important in the area. Happy Feet equals Learning Feet. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning.
Great to be here.
So let's talk about this program. Let's talk about it's called Happy Feet equals Learning Feet, correct?
That is correct. And a gentleman by the name of Jerry Baird, who I believe was out of Union County, started this several years ago. And his philosophy was basically, if you're feeling good about how you look and you got a nice new pair of shoes on, guess what? That reflects into the classroom and gives you some great self-esteem and puts you in a position to learn.
And, I think I agree with that. I think we can carry that even over into our professional lives.
No doubt.
Definitely.
Because I know if, on the days that I wear a hat and sweats, I'm not as motivated to do stuff as I am on the days that I maybe get a little more dressed up, huh?
Kind of put on the power suit, huh, Jody?
That's right.
That's
right.
So that's what this concept is, and it's a great program. And for the past few years, this has been in Caldwell County since I think 2013. Is that correct? Is when it was kicked off. Jill Lane, who is the manager at One Main down here on Main Street, and her crew. Jill has been the chair person for the committee that's been basically running this since its inception in Caldwell County. And for the past couple years, we've had plenty of funding, I guess, to put shoes on kids' feet. But now it's kind of time to get Happy Feet equals Learning Feet back out into the forefront, and we're going to start a little bit more fundraising this year.
Right.
Okay, Jody, how did you get involved in? Let's start there. How did you get involved in Happy Feet equals Learning Feet?
Jill, she called me up one day and asked me if we may want to be on the committee, and of course we jumped right on it. We want to be able to be out in the community and help as much as we can.
Who are we?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Me and myself and my coworkers at ABC Finance.
Okay.
Virginia Holly and Savannah Seymour. So Savannah's new to it. She just started with us about the middle of last year, so she hasn't really got to step in with the Happy Feet just yet, but we're going to go right in this year. So
there's a great committee in place here in
definitely.
Caldwell County. And, of course, Jill Lane is the chair, Jody and her staff out at ABC. Jill's staff is Ashley Heron and what's the other girl that works there in the office? I can't think of her name off the moment.
I'm so sorry.
I'm having a time. And then, of course, Miss Pat George is on the committee, Jake Pepper at Planters Bank, myself. So it's a collaborative effort, and we've had some really great corporate sponsors as well here in the community. There's a corporate sponsorship, and of course, about $30 I think it takes to put one pair of shoes on a child. And this is school-age children here in Caldwell County. It is who it affects.
Where do the shoes come from?
Well, in years past, we've partnered with retailers in I think Shoe Carnival, but I think locally now we're going to use our two retailers here to provide shoes for our children, and they've been fantastic. In fact, in the past we've had sizing events. During the summer, we would have a sizing event, and the personnel from the actual store would come in and help size the shoes for the children. And then later on, as the school started, that's when the kids would get their shoes. I think the concept will change, has evolved just a little bit of how we're going to do that, and we just need to stay tuned as to in the future of how we're going to get the shoes on the kids' feet. But again, it's been a tremendous effort here in the county. Usually we operate on about $6,000. I think our goal now is to be about $7,500 as we start this new effort, and we carry over a balance. But the main thing is getting a quality pair of shoes. And these are quality shoes. I mean, these are brand name shoes. They're sized to the particular child when they come in, and then once they're fitted, then hopefully that child will be able to pick out the shoes that they like. So that's what we're hoping in the future. It's not that they have not been able to pick shoes they like. They have, but they've maybe been limited on maybe a style, not necessarily a brand, but mainly style. This way, I think with the retailers that we have in place, they'll basically get to choose whatever kind of shoe they want.
That's right.
How many children do you anticipate providing shoes for?
I believe this last year was a little over 200.
I think so.
I believe.
Yes.
Wow.
It's been about 200 or so per year. And every once in a while, somebody might slip through the cracks on the sizing event. And then these kids will either be, someone will see that there may be a need there, and then they will be added later on in the year. But the main thing is that, we don't want anybody that might not qualify for the program to be denied. And this is all confidential. There's nothing that the children are recognized in in different ways, or they apply, and there's nothing that would mess with the dignity of a child to get these shoes.
Well, how do you determine what children get the shoes, where the need is? How does that?
I believe they work with the school system, with the teachers and everyone in the school system, and then
the Hope and Cope Center.
The Hope and Cope Center, yes.
Here in town, and there's a certain form and recognition that gets done as to who might qualify for the program. So, but again, it's very dignified, and it's a wonderful program, because to see and we've also had supplied shoes for the Special Olympics as well. It may not be for someone who has trouble getting a quality pairs of shoes, but it's we've supplied shoes for the Caldwell County Special Olympic team, and it's wonderful to see just what a new pair of shoes. I know when I get a new pair of shoes, I'm always excited, and it's a good thing.
Definitely.
So the program has been ongoing, you said, since, did I see 2015?
2013.
2013. Okay.
Here in
and
the
that's
county.
here in Caldwell.
Yes.
But it's been a lot longer than that, started up.
In 2009, and it's in several West Kentucky counties. I think it's actually even expanded out of state now. But there's committees for Happy Feet equals learning feet in Boyle, Danville, Caldwell, Carlisle, Christian, Davies, Graves, Henderson. So it's regional wide that this is, and thousands of kids have received shoes through this program.
And this is an excellent program. Okay, so Ty, you mentioned something about needing to do some fundraising. So what sort of fundraising opportunities do you have in mind?
Well, of course, we'll be doing some fundraising events through the local committee here, but we also have had in the past wonderful corporate sponsors. And the corporate sponsors, we will be sending letters out. The ones in the past that have been corporate sponsors should be receiving letters fairly soon asking if they want to be a corporate sponsors. I think the corporate sponsors in the past, there was a minimum donation of $250. And we have been blessed to have several come on board with Happy Feet equals Learning Feet. And we hope that they will receive the letter, that they will want to jump on board and participate again. And then the committee is working hard. I know we had our first meeting the other day, and Jodie and her staff, as well as the crew up at One Main, have some really great fundraising ideas as well, and you'll probably see those being promoted as we head toward the spring and summer months.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of ideas? Just, I know you don't have anything concrete, obviously, but I'm just curious what.
Well, I don't know. The one that I had that was shot down, we were going to, get that cow to walk out in the field, and you buy those numbers, and no, I'm kidding.
Do an Andy Griffith cow wearing the shoes?
We're trying to be environmentally friendly, but no, basically we're silent auction events. Maybe we're talking about in the past we have done yard sales, we've done cookouts. But we've got our thinking caps on, and I think we want to maybe try to bring something to the community as far as a fundraising event that may be a little different this time. So we had a lot of good ideas, and just want to encourage everybody to stay tuned. But if you do receive a letter, some of the businesses out there and past corporate sponsors, then we would hope that you would climb on board with us again and participate in Happy Feet equals Learning Feet.
So if we're just, thinking today, hey, I heard about that on the radio. It sounds like a great program. Where can we go to help out, to volunteer, to donate, whatever?
Yes, all the committee members that are out there, of course. Jill Lane's the chair. Everything seems to kind of take place out of either the ABC Finance office with Jody and her staff, or Jill and her staff at One Main. I'm available. I work at First Southern National Bank. Jake Pepper at Planters Bank. Miss Pat George. Any of these committee members that you see out in town if you feel led to help or feel led to help, then we want you on board, or however you want to do it. So
just contact somebody that's involved already, and they can.
Definitely, we'll steer you in the right direction. We'll put you to work. We'll take your money, or whatever you want to do. But the main
thing,
nice
way.
Yeah, in a very nice way, of course. And this impacts the community in a way that a lot of times you don't hear about. Right. But we know, we're out there working, and there's many folks behind this effort that is putting shoes on the feet of kids. And we also have had folks, the local sock plant here has also donated socks in the past as well. Mm-hmm. So it has gone beyond some shoes from time to time, when we have a sock factory here in town that has been gracious enough to donate socks at these events as well. So
neat. So do you get to actually be there when the kids get their new shoes?
We have, yes, mm-hmm. Yeah. The committee has, and of course, the sizing event, again, some of this is confidential. We had the sizing event. They come in. We provide snacks, and there's usually a goodie bags. We've had some of our sponsors. We put together goodie bags, so when the kids come in to get sized, they've got a snack. They've got all kinds of goodies to take with them. And this events have been normally held again in the summer, so that by the time the fall school season comes around, then they're ready to pick up their shoes. So
mm-hmm. What's the feeling when the kids get their new shoes? What kind of emotions go on there?
They're very excited, of course. Whenever I remember being that age and being in school and getting a new pair of shoes it did just make you feel good. So, and you can tell that they're excited about it, definitely. And very thankful too, the children are.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear that, yes. Because I know sometimes it's hard as kids to actually realize, hey, that we don't have to do this for
right.
you. This is something that that you should be thankful for, and
definitely.
So it's good to hear that they have that instilled in them.
Right.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see a smile on a kid's face when they get open up a box of shoes and put them on and try them out, and it's just a great thing. And again, we've provided shoes not only for those that have been in the program, but for the Special Olympic team, and that's always really great because they have all kinds of athletic events, whether it's basketball they participate in, whether it's the track or whatever. These shoes have been on the feet of those Special Olympians as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful program. This, something I take for granted personally. I just bought a new pair of shoes I'm wearing today. I love my new shoes, but I didn't need them, and so to be able to provide something for someone that not only is going to give them that feeling, but provide that need is just an excellent program. Kudos to the guy that started this.
And the school system and everybody involved. Of course, this is just such a giving community. We see it every day in this community, how giving that it is. And we're just thankful that when Happy Feet equals Learning Feet sends the letters or calls on somebody, that the folks are ready to give to this wonderful thing. And of course, this committee that's in place as well, a lot of good folks are giving up their time and to help do this. And we have a fantastic committee in place. And it's just, Princeton is just one of those communities where everybody just dives in and helps everybody, no matter whether it's Happy Feet equals Learning Feet or any kind of fundraiser that's out there. So very blessed to be in this community and be a part of it.
Absolutely. Definitely. Is there anything else either of you need to add?
You got
Not that
anything?
not
We
that I know of.
just folks that are out there that have participated in the past, be looking in the mail for your letters. And if you have any questions or comments or would like to talk more, you can see any one of these committee members. Again, the One Main office is a good place to start. Jodie's office at ABC Finance, Jake Pepper, Planters Bank, Miss Pat George, myself. Get you in front of a committee member some way, shape, or form if you'd like to be a part of it.
All right, great. Thank you guys so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having
Yes,
us.
thank
Ty
you.
Englebright, Jodie Lamb, talking about Happy Feet equals Learning Feet. And stay tuned because we're going to have them back and talk about some fundraisers coming up that they've got for us and how you can get involved in helping out with Happy Feet equals Learning Feet. Presley Lamb's coming up next, going to talk to us about some events in Fredonia.